the cob, right? Yeah, these guys love corn on the cob. They also like sweet potatoes, carrots, but they love their fruits too. So they love their apples, pears, banana, peaches, grapes, all kinds of yummy stuff. Now, does anyone remember back to the Madagascar movie, there was an animal that chased these guys around the whole time? Anybody know what that animal is called? Good job. Impressive. Yeah. All right, so it is the Fusa. And the Fusa is their #1 predator in Madagascar. It's a cat-like creature. It can jump really high, it can climb trees,
I'm coming with you.
Almost as well as these guys can. But other predators to these guys are large birds of prey and boa constrictors. But of course, their #1 threat does continue to be humans, and that is because of deforestation and because they are hunted for their milk or their.
Do you see him jumping around?
Their pelts.
See him jumping around like crazy.
In Madagascar,
I
there's
see.
actually only about 16% of the forest left for these guys to live in. So many, many species are endangered. Quite a few are extinct. And like our ruffs inside, they are critically endangered now. So these guys are having a really hard time trying to live in sync with humans right now.
You can head that way now.
Now, do you guys think that these guys look a little bit like monkeys? Yeah? Well, they are a lot like monkeys. They have lots of similarities, but there are a couple differences. One difference is, if you guys look how these guys are gripping onto the bar right here, they're not really using that thumb like we would. So they don't have that opposable thumb on their upper hand. Another difference is their tail. Do you guys know what monkeys can do with their tails? Exactly. So monkeys have what we call a prehensile tail. So it's really muscular. They can grab things with it. They can swing from branch to branch. Now these guys can't do that with their tail. Their tail is for balance. And then also in Madagascar, there's really high grasses. So these guys will actually stick their tail up out of the grasses to keep their troop together and also warn each other
You
of
see the baby slipped right through it. Oh. Yeah.
Now, can anyone guess how high these guys might be able to jump?
20 feet.
Less than 20. 10, yeah. So if you guys look at this bar right here, this bar is 10 feet in the air. So these guys can jump from a sitting position on the ground all the way up to this bar. And then from all these bars to all their toys in the middle like Gretel just did. Now Gretel is our year old. You guys can see she has lots of energy. She's going everywhere. Now these babies are almost 3 months, but for the first few weeks of life, the babies will actually just stay on the mama's stomach, where they're able to nurse whenever they need to, and then after a while, they'll get on the back a little bit more, and now you guys can see they're able to fit through the bars and come out. Now we don't have a lot of predators here in Texas to harm these guys, so we don't ever have to worry about them, and they don't usually come out unless I'm out here with treats or something. But if their mamas do see any kind of danger, they'll do a couple squeaks and the babies will be right back in, so we don't ever have to worry about that. Not really. The only things that we really have are some big birds that might threaten them, but like I said, they don't really come out unless we're out here. Now, do you guys have any questions about these guys? Yeah? Yeah? What's your question?
What's your question?
How big do they get? Well, you guys can see Spanky's a little bit smaller since she just had a baby, but we have Lucy over there against the bars, and she is probably about as big as they get. They can maybe get up to 10 pounds. She's about 8 pounds. 10 pounds is pretty rare, but yeah, they're pretty small compared to some other lemurs.
Natasha, she's sticking her.
These guys can live to about 20 to 25 years in captivity, but because they are so endangered in the wild, it's really hard to follow them throughout the whole lifespan, so we're not really sure how long they tend to live in the wild. Any more questions about these guys? Alright, well, would you guys like to meet one of our rough lemurs? Alright, I'm going to get these babies back in the cage hopefully, and then I will meet you guys down in the pavilion, and I'll bring out one of our rough lemurs for you guys to pet.
All right.
I want to go over there.
You don't